Hi there, and welcome to the channel where we turn budget finds into beautiful home decor. And today we're headed to the Goodwill Bins where we can dig in for treasures that we can transform into beautiful home decor on a dime. And you'll want to stay tuned because at the end we will be transforming some of those finds into an awesome and simple DIY bunny wreath. Perfect for Easter and spring. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hey there!
Hi.
It's Rain and Dale, and we are so excited. We're on the steps of the Goodwill Bins. So let's go treasure hunting. Okay, look what I see. Oh, it's a pillowcase. Unfortunately, that one had a stain, but I am looking for some pillowcases for my bed. Okay, I'm at the home decor bins. And I see a wire basket way at the other end, so let's go. What I like to try to do is just like scan everything that people have been throwing around and see if I find something just sitting on the top that is fun. But like this would make a great recycling bin. So this thing. This is nothing exciting, but I used up all my greenery and all my little flips. So I'm looking for any and all kinds of greenery. Like, I always think it's crazy when you find these giant, look at how many, it's just like at least like 50 yards worth of ribbon here. Now, these are not my colors, but this is definitely like good for wrapping a present, but I wouldn't use it for home decor because of the way it feels. Oh, but burlap. I always want burlap, so I will always pick up anything burlap that I find. Okay, I'm coming over here, and look at these magnolia leaves. Okay, I'm definitely gonna get this. I can take these off, I can use the wreath form, which is great fun, and I like the magnolia leaves. Okay, look, just in here, I've got another frame, and it's wood. I'm gonna get this. It's kind of heavy, so I have to think about this and see, because I'm not sure that will stick up with just the alien tape on my wall, but I do like it. It's very pretty. These little people are kind of cute, but I'm gonna take this moss. Can always use these kinds of things. And what's this? Oh, it's a sign. Too bad. I was hoping this little thing was separate because I would have got that for sure. And this little riser. I don't even know what some of this stuff is. Okay, what do you think somebody used this for? I kind of just like the wood base, but I would like cut this off or something. I think I'm gonna get this just in case. I think I could put like a spindle on it and make a candlestick out of it. What's this? It's very heavy. You see, it's worth it. Longaberger pottery. Oh. Definitely gonna get this. I just dug this basket out, but too bad it's all smushed up. So that is gonna stay behind. Okay, here's a candle sitting over here. It is heavy, but it is Luminara. Yes, Cadillac of candles. I am definitely getting that. It's a wood bowl. I'm gonna go for it. This bin has a lot of like holiday stuff. Not just like wood, trash can, but again, it's heavy, so it'll be expensive here. I wish this was rusty crusty. Another really cute thing. It would have been an awesome wall basket, but unfortunately it's broken and I don't think I can repair it. Okay, look at this really cute snowman hat. Oh my gosh, I love that. Before we get to the haul, I wanted to show you that I also took 15 bags of stuff and a lamp to donate. I've got to have room for the new goodies that I haul from the bins, so I do have to give other things away. Okay, I spent $43 on my haul, so let's see what I got. Well, I am surrounded by all the things that I got. So what did I fill my cart up with this week? Let me start with these two king size bed shams. Look at those. Aren't those so pretty? I think they're going to be so gorgeous on my bed for spring. And it was so sunny out here and such a beautiful day. We've been working in the yard all morning, my husband and I, but now all of a sudden the clouds all came out. So I got those. The other thing I got are these pillow covers. So there are three. They're cream in the back and they're made of canvas. And I love these. Now, they did have stuffing on the inside. They had some pillow forms on the inside. And just know that you do not have to take the pillow forms when you go to the bins. You can take the pillow forms out and then just take these, since they do it by weight. If you're going to just throw those pillow forms away, I definitely would suggest taking them out and leaving them there for somebody else in case they want the pillow forms. So I already have pillow forms, so I just wanted these, and they have a beautiful zipper, and I got 3 of them, and none of them have stains on them or anything. Of course, I'm going to wash all these things, but I think those are so great. So I love that they can be so compact too, that they don't take up a lot of storage. So you just never know what you're going to find at the bins. And so one of the things I found was this little bitty roll of bubble wrap, and so they charge at my bins $1.59 a pound, and so this was probably less than 50 cents, so definitely had to pick that up. So let me show you the favorite thing that I got. Look at this giant watering can, and it is a planter. It even has drainage holes on the bottom. Oh, I think this is so fun. I cannot wait to either plant it or put flowers in it and style it onto my patio out here. And I did find a little bit of this moss. Do you think I should put a clay applique on here, or should I just leave it the way it is? I'd love to know. Tell me below. So I used up all of my greenery last week and all the projects that I shared for our porch makeover and the wreaths that I made. And so I was on the look for any kind of greenery. So I found a little bit more of this eucalyptus, and I found a little bit of ivy, and I found some of this. I don't even know what these flowers are called, so let me know. So I love the lime green color in them. And then I found this one bunch of brand new florals, and this has a price tag on it, and it says $7.99. And then I found one of these. I will pick up any kind of greenery or flowers in colors that I like every time I go to the bins, because I think it is the most reasonably priced stuff that you can get. Because really, you're getting it for pennies on the dollar. I found this wreath, this magnolia wreath, and it's fallen apart a bit, but I was thinking, I might zhuzh it up, or I might repurpose these magnolia leaves, and I can certainly use a grapevine wreath. So stay tuned at the end and see what I do. Next, I found this cutting board, and it looks like it's a topography map, of the ocean floor or something. I don't really love that side, so I might just sand that side down, or I might just flip it over and use it like this to display in my kitchen. And it's nice size. Look at that. I found this wood block, and you're going, what is that? I don't even know what they were using it for. But I have spindles, and I want to make candle holders, and I thought this would make such a great base for those spindles. And I got this little birdhouse. Isn't that so cute? I got another birdhouse too that is coming up, but somebody told me that they wanted to try that birdhouse project that I had last week, which is basically you mount this on top of a wood candle or any kind of candle base. And so I was so excited to have found one more. I love me a birdhouse. That is for sure. Okay, then I found this giant ball of yarn, and look how pretty that is. Can you see that? I watch Rural Refurb, and she is from Sussex, and she last fall made these gigantic pom-poms and then put a branch underneath them, and she put them in her home, and they had a unique kind of feel to the yarn that she was using. So I was hoping to use this, and I have some curly Q wool yarn to make some of those for the fall, maybe even the summer. So we'll see. But anyway, that's why I got this. Oh, I love that. And look at this giant ball of it. So great. And I found this. This is Longaberger pottery. Can you believe it? I didn't even know that they made pottery. I thought they only made baskets. Shows what I know, but it's super heavyweight and such good quality, and I just couldn't pass it up. You know, sometimes I love to bake smaller loaves of like banana bread or something at Christmas time to share with my neighbors, and so it would be really cute to even just bless them with this. I found a brass bugle. Is that not cool? So this would be great in a Christmas wreath, Christmas tree, Christmas decoration. You can balance it. You can put flowers out of it, greenery out of it. And my dad was a trumpet player, and he played the bugle too. And so every time I see like a horned instrument, I always think of him and, you know, like to get it. Then I just found this little house. I was thinking, you know, if you like home decor, that would be great. You could put a vignette in here, or if you like gingerbread at Christmas, this could be turned into a gingerbread house. And I do love gingerbread, so I will definitely be making gingerbread houses and gingerbread things at Christmas time, or even maybe even in Christmas in July. I found this beautiful wood bowl. Isn't that great? Oh, I thought this would just add so much contrast and beautiful texture to some of the white dishes that I'm starting to collect, and I'm still, you know, praying and hoping for that hutch too one day to display all of it in. But I just thought this was a beautiful shape and a beautiful color for a wood bowl. And then I found this little Christmas ornament. It's just a wreath, and it says peace. And if you don't like the peace sign, you can take it out and just use these wood beads or take it apart, but I like it. So we'll see what I end up doing with that. Then I got this fun thing. Look at this. Have you ever seen, like, this is 24 inches, but what I don't even know what it's used for. So if you guys know, let me know. But what I loved was that it had a curve. And so, you know, sometimes I want to draw a curve and I need some help. And so I was thinking, you know, I might use this as a pattern for drawing curves on wood that I want to cut. I got some wire form wreaths. I never can turn down a wreath. So I got this one. This one's even bigger than the one that I got last time, so I'm excited about that. And I got this one right here. And what does that remind you of? Oh my gosh, I got this awesome birdhouse. Look at this. It's heavy. It is beautifully made, and I even love the way that it is painted. And so I'm gonna look for some place to put this out in my yard, or I'm hoping that maybe a bird will actually use it. Got this sign, and it says, "Thankful for every moment." I tried to write down 3 things that I am thankful for every day, and I have read that, you know, neurologists will say that it helps fight depression. There's just millions of things that we can be thankful for, and this is just a wonderful reminder of that. This pillow, look at this nice light pink velvet pillow with the pom-poms. Pink and green are my favorite colors, and so I got this to put in my craft room on the chair in there. So I will definitely be washing it, but it does have a feather down insert, so I'm super excited about that. Books at my bins are 59 cents a pound, just FYI. Then I found this book called The Ultimate Celebration Cards, and it is just filled with so many great ideas Look at some of these cute little cards for Easter. In there for every occasion, birthday, Valentine's Day, Christmas, fall. So every kind of occasion. And so I just thought I would keep that for inspiration. I am also a paper crafter. And so I do have another channel called Lilo Crafts. And I'll put a link to that in the description below if you want to see any of the paper crafts. I also got this really nice pot, and I am hoping that I am going to turn this into like a faux stone or faux cement pot. And then I got a bunch of books this time, and look at the spine on this. Isn't this so gorgeous? Now this is War and Peace Volume 1, and it is from 1915. Look how beautiful that looks. Oh my gosh, I just thought this was so gorgeous, and I think this would be perfect for styling, and it's got that beautiful red color, so maybe even at Christmas. I just loved it. I got 3 Magnolia things. So I have never had their magazine, but they had these magazines there, and so I was so excited. So I cannot wait to flip through and look at these Joanna Gaines magazines. And while I was at it, my sweet friend Dale found this book for me too. So it is normally $31.99, it says on it, and I'm sure this book cost me under $1 to be able to have, so I'm excited to read that. And then I found this book called The Cookie Book. Oh my goodness. Do you guys love sugar cookies? Look at these chicks. Oh my gosh, are those not the cutest? They call them fashionista chicks. And look at those beautiful tulips. I just thought it was just so incredible to see all these different things. And like, look at that little Santa. So many beautiful, great ideas. This is one thing that I would really love to learn on my bucket list of things, which is how to decorate a sugar cookie. And then I got 3 books for Christmas journaling. And so this one is Better Homes and Gardens Inspirations. So it has everything from tablescapes to wreaths to recipes. I got the Southern Living Christmas Cookbook. And then I did also get this one, Southern Living from 1993. And I almost forgot one of my favorite items, which is this, another luminar candle, right? I love how that flame will dance around. So this is a big, fat one. So if you'd like to stick around and see what we do with these wreaths, we are going to be making this adorable bunny wreath. We are going to dupe it. And this one was on Amazon for about $38, which was also very similar to the one that I found on Wayfair for $40.99. Then stay tuned because we're going to make it for pennies on the dollar right now. So I've got my 2 wreath forms here, and I'm just gonna try to just flatten this out just a bit. Okay, so what I'm thinking is this is the bunny head and this is the bunny body. And so what I want to do is to wire these together. Now I got this wire from the bins, and it is pretty thick gauge wire, which I think is perfect for a project like this. I'm gonna go through that little hole, and I'm gonna twist the end together. So I'm gonna take my wire and go in the hole, okay? In the big hole of the head and through the bottom. And I'm just trying to pull that pretty tight. So I want to wire these together well. And I have always wanted one of those bunny forms that they have at the Dollar Tree, but I went there just the other day and my Dollar Tree just never has them when I go in. I'm sure they must. I'm sure that must be such a big seller for right now, but I haven't hit it well yet. Okay, so I think that's good over there in the middle. And now what I want to do is kind of go out to the side a bit, because I want it to be stable on both the left side and the right side. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna just cut my wire off, and then I'm gonna go through the 2 wires just like I did before. Okay. I'm gonna use my pliers to pull that as tight as I can. There we go. And now I'm just going to bend that around. Okay. The other thing is our little bunny is gonna need some ears. So I was thinking we could make the form out of wire also. So what I want to do is kind of decide how tall my ears should be. I'm thinking somewhere like that. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this wire just a little bit longer than that. So just in case I made it too short, or to have an end to wire together. And I'm just gonna make another piece. I'm just gonna hold this wire together, pull it down, and make another piece about the same length. Okay, so let's see here. Does that seem like about the right size? Oh, that's so cute. So I'm just gonna twist these 2 ends. Stretch that back out. Can you see that little wire form like an ear? Okay. Take my other piece. I'm just gonna wrap the ends around each other at the bottom here. Open it up, make it a little bit flat. Before I attach my bunny ears, I think I'm going to wrap the bottom. I'm gonna use this burlap ribbon right here. And this originally came from Costco. I'm gonna have to cut this. And so what I've done is just hot glued that. And now I'm wrapping this ribbon around the base of the form. And what I'm doing here is just applying a dab of hot glue intermittently to secure it in place. And I want to make sure that as I secure on the back, I am folding it over and making a nice crease, since I do have a door that has windows, and so we'll be able to see the back of the bunny through the window too. And we're moving on up to the head of the bunny and doing the same process of wrapping and hot gluing pieces into place. Now we are ready to seal it up, and so I'm going to go ahead and cut off a piece, and again fold the end over to make a nice seam and hot glue that last piece into place. And now we are ready to start putting the greenery on, and this is where that magnolia wreath comes into play. So I am just pulling off these loose pieces from the wreath, and I'm going to cut the ends off, and I'm going to start hot gluing them into place. I am overlapping the leaves one over another, and I am alternating directions every few leaves just to make sure that that bunny form looks nice and full. And you can see I'm nearing the end. I've covered the base of the bunny, And now I'm going to get ready and move on up to its head. And now I'm thinking, you know what? I better put on some burlap ribbon onto these bunny ears and figure out how I want to attach those before I finish up with the leaves on the bunny head. And so I'm just taking burlap ribbon, hot gluing it, and then loosely wrapping it around the wire that I have for the ears, and that is to give me a base of which to glue some more leaves to. And now I'm at the end, so I'm just cutting off the extra. I'm folding the end over just as we've done before and hot gluing that into place, and I've repeated that for the second ear as well. And I am using the excess wire at the bottom of the ear that I left on, and I am wrapping it around the base of the bunny, and I'm using my pliers to make sure that there are no pokey ends sticking out and that it is firmly in place. And now I can continue on with the leaves. And now I'm at the ears and I decided, you know what, let me try this. And so I am going to use 3 leaves to glue onto each of those ears to make them really stand out. And just like that, we've got our bunny all covered with leaves, and we are ready to work on the bow for its neck. And so I am choosing my burlap with the white trim because I think that will help make it pop. I'm going to make a bow and then I'm going to hot glue it in place. And then I decided I better put one more leaf around its neck to create a nice base in which to hot glue the bow on. Now I referred back to the inspiration piece, and it was using a hydrangea as the bunny tail. And so I pulled out an old hydrangea from my stash. I'm just trimming off the edge of the stem, and I'm gonna hot glue that in place. And a bunny just wouldn't be a bunny without the pink part inside of its ear. And so the next thing I'm going to do is freehand a piece, basically an oval shape with a little point on the end for the tip of the ear, and then a rounded bottom. And then once I've got that cut out and my template working, I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to retrace that onto some 120-pound cardstock. You could use felt, would work great for this too. So whatever you have in your stash, I'm going to cut it out and then I'm going to hot glue that in place. So let's see how it looks. Oh, I think it is looking so cute. But you know what? I think it is missing a bow on the top of its head. I know that our inspiration piece doesn't have it, but I think it would just add a beautiful touch. So let's make a bow and add it to its head and hot glue it in place. And I've got it hung on our front door, and oh, I think it is adorable. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I certainly think we did a good job of duping it for much less. I hope that you have so much fun as you hunt and discover cozy things for your home too. Thank you so much, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.